So what happens when you integrate technology into the classroom? Here at North Riverside Elementary, the students are excited about piloting Google Classroom and working on math and science online. Let's go check out a classroom and see what it's all about. So, Ms. Batson, I'm looking around the room. I've seen a lot of technology in your classroom. You teach 4th grade math and science, right?
Yes, I do.
So why don't you tell me a little bit about the integration of technology in your room?
All right, so this year we kind of have been pushing the Google Classrooms. We have really kind of accelerated this year in trying to make sure that the kids are ready for future years whenever, technology is a huge thing. It's actually like a 21st century skill now that kids understand how to use technology the correct way. I have a project that they're doing today where they've become meteorologists. I put all 5 steps onto Google Classroom, but I put them out of order. So they're having to use a QR code reader, scan it, in order to figure out what step they need to do, and then they have to complete it on their own. And so it's really put them in charge of doing their own learning. They've really had a blast with it, and it's been fun to use.
So what would their academic life look like if we came in and just took all of this technology out of your room and said, sorry, you don't get any technology? What would it look like?
It would be probably very sad. They would be upset. So it's a motivation tool.
Sure.
Like, they're super engaged. They come in, they ask for 5 more minutes. They don't want to leave. They want to come in here during their lunch. They want to come in here during recess if we have indoor recess. So it's just one of those things that if the computers were to be taken out or those tools were to be taken out,
right,
it would just be a drill and kill kind of classroom. It
right.
wouldn't have that engagement or motivation that the kids desperately need to learn.
That's awesome. I appreciate your time, and thanks for doing all this. This is amazing.
Thank you.
It's good work. Well, that's really cool. All right. So Alexa, tell me a little bit more about what you just did there, because we're in math and science class, so tell me about how that technology is working.
Well, after we go to Bulk, we would go...
Okay, you're going to go to Google Classroom, okay. So Brian, why don't you tell me a little bit, while she's opening up that site, why don't you tell me a little bit about some of the things that you do in your math and science class that's related to technology? What are some specific programs?
We use Prodigy and SumDog. Prodigy is like a math game where you answer questions and then you get to level up your character.
Level up?
Level up your character, but in
Yeah.
SumDog you have a pet, and then if you, there's like a little bar thing. If you answer all of those questions, there's like specific one, like digit 9s and stuff.
Yeah.
If you answer all of those, you get a new move for your pet.
So, and you're learning math and science doing all that? So what if we didn't have all of that? What if it was just like no technology and you didn't have Prodigy and SumDog?
Everything would have been boring.
Everything would have been boring, huh? Wow.
It would have been just math, homework, and science.
So what'd you find, Alexa?
Well, I went to Los Angeles, and
You went to Los Angeles, Peru.
and here is the weather.
And so what are you going to do with that weather outlook? Oh, another QR code. Here we go. There you go. All right. And then that opens up another link. Well, that's cool. So here's the thing. When students are more excited about using technology in the classroom, they're going to be more engaged in the learning process, and as a result, learning more. Thanks for watching.